You guys, I'm Joshua here, and I'm sorry I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I wasn't able to do it. So it's given me a chance to do it today. So now this right here, I decided in anticipation for X-Men Apocalypse, which comes out May 27th, the last day of school for me. I figured I'd review all of the X-Men movies leading up to X-Men Apocalypse. Yes, this does include the original trilogy, the two Wolverine movies, First Class, and Days of Future Past. But the Days of Future Past review will be based on both the original and the Rogue cut. And if I'm leaving out one, that means I've already reviewed the Deadpool, so I'm not doing Deadpool again. Unless I feel like I want to update it a little bit. So anyways, I'm doing my review of X-Men, the movie. This came out in 2000 and is the first in the X-Men movie series, and is directed by Bryan based on the comic books, and is written by David Hayter. Now, the plot of this movie is that they're in a world filled with hate and prejudice. These mutants are born with genetic mutation which at puberty they turn into extraordinary powers. So, and then Xavier believes that humans and mutants should exist in the world, but Senator Kelly wants to have a mutant registration act, so to prove mutants are real. But Magneto believes that they shouldn't coexist. So I think that Professor X and his team of mutants have to come along and stop Magneto. I just explained that plot in the best way I can, because this movie gets a little confusing the first few times watching it. You have to pay attention really carefully. And this movie started this franchise and spawned the re-emergence of superhero movies. Yes, without this and Blade, which came out in 1998, you would not have all these superhero movies. You wouldn't have Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. You wouldn't have all these great or bad superhero movies. Now, I have to say, I love X-Men, the movie. It's really great. It's such a good movie. I really enjoy it. It's so awesome, well done, and it's because I love this movie. And so the action is really good. You have good it's not a whole lot of action, but when the action is there, the action is there. And I'm very satisfied with it. The acting is great. You have Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Halle Berry, Famke Janssen, Rebecca Romijn, Anna Paquin, Ray Park. All these actors, they do great. James Marsden, the Cyclops, is awesome. And I will never understand why he barely gets any screen time in the first three X-Men movies. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. He was awesome. And originally Dougray Scott was going to play Wolverine, but he left to go do Mission Impossible 2, which I'll get to that series. That is one of my requested reviews, Mission Impossible. And was I surprised to see Michael Myers in this movie? Tyler Mane, who was in the 2004 movie Troy with Brad Pitt, and played Michael Myers in the two Rob Zombie Halloween remakes, which I enjoy as guilty pleasures. He plays Sabretooth, and I really think he should have been brought back for X-Men Origins, but don't worry, I'll get to that. The effects are a little outdated because this was 2000, but what can you do? And for a $76.5 million budget, this movie shows you don't have to have a whole lot of money. But X-Men, X-Men, the original movie, I love it. I love it. And it's very faithful to its source material. It's not filled with a whole lot of action, but this is still a great movie. I'm gonna give X-Men Apocalypse, I highly recommend it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. So, tomorrow will be my review of X-Men 2. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of the first X-Men movie. And I'll see you guys for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze review.